Merci iEARN d'avoir fait la différence.
شكرا iEARN للتغيير.
Thank you, iEARN, for the opportunity to make a difference.
I think the potential of iEARN is its power to gather all these people from all around the world into one place. It's not only the place where you can meet all together face to face. It is the place on the internet where you can share the experiences. It's like a very open, room, big room, where you can find like the 93 countries joining iEARN, sitting all together on one table. People are sharing the experiences. They are helping each other to get their countries better.
I consider iEARN as a bridge between the diversity that comes out of race, tribe, geographical background, social cultures, customs, and traditions. And this has all been made possible by the use of telecommunications technology.
Спасибо, iEARN. 谢谢 iEARN 让我们的世界变得如此不同。
We have determined, as a one small foundation, that the most powerful thing we could do was to assist children to A, get to know each other, B, learn to work with each other on collaborative projects using the low-cost, high-speed telecommunications technologies as part of, and this is the key, as part of their educational process.
iEARN made a huge difference in our teaching. It's done a lot of work. They're introducing the web in their classroom and connecting their class to others around the globe.
Before we had iEARN in Macedonia, that is before 98, there was a lot of internet connectivity in my country, but there was no content. Now they are working on collaborative projects. Now they are that much skilled. They are working on websites. They even are providing training for teachers and for their colleagues. They are now promoting the idea of iEARN in the country all around.
I live in a Native American community. All of my students have lived there all of their lives, and they have very limited access to the outside world. When we joined iEARN 8 years ago, that opened up the world so that now my elementary students are members of a multi-ethnic and multinational world. They work with kids all over the world, almost every day of their lives now.
There have been many opportunities for students for the first time actually to experience another culture and to realize that as part of their educational classroom experience, they literally can impact and interact with kids anywhere in the world.
iEARN helps us to communicate with different people all over the world and to make friendships with them. And that makes our life more richer and easier.
We pretty much treat each other as brothers and sisters, and it's pretty nice to feel that way from a person from another country because it's totally different than here.
The Peace Mural has been a fabulous project because it has engaged the students into sharing their thoughts and what they feel about peace around the world.
iEARN is a great sort of forum for students who have some shared interests to come together and discuss things that they feel very passionate about.
One example is working with the Holocaust Genocide Project. We've managed to find people from all over the world and to share with them the ideas of working together without hate, without discrimination. We found out that we're all the same. And this is actually the difference made by iEARN.
Obrigado, iEARN. Nós fazemos a diferença.
Students in a number of projects are looking at the quality of water in their community. They're comparing that. They're taking water samples using scientific methods, and that's from everything from age 6 up to age 19. And they're testing the water and then sharing the results with other schools in other countries to compare the water quality.
Gracias, iEARN, por ayudarnos a hacer una gran diferencia.
iEARN has really made a great difference to my whole school culture, to the teachers, to students. They now know that there are kids all around the world, there are people around who are interested in finding out about them.
It made a wonderful difference with me being connected with a lot of youth from all over the world internationally. Really talking about different projects, really having that global community bond that we all have as young people.
iEARN in Russia started about 10 years ago, and it developed to the community of family, of teachers, who now simply cannot imagine their life without iEARN. So even if a teacher goes away from a particular school, then kids still want to be part of the iEARN. They come back to me and say, well, how can we continue our project work?
The learning has been exponential. If a kid has to turn in an assignment to me, he does it in a very cursory way. But when he has to put up something for a global peer audience, boy, he does about 15, 20 drafts and really puts up a good result which is posted on the net. And then the feedback that he gets pumps him to achieve even more.
iEARN ありがとう。子供たちが世の中を変えます。
Спасибо, iEARN. Ačiū, iEARN.
Благодарение на iEARN ние можем да направим много промени.
អរគុណ iEARN ដែលធ្វើឲ្យមានការប្រែប្រួលយ៉ាងច្រើន
My vision would be that there would be a critical mass of young adults who had had this experience of iEARN that now were prepared to actually come together in the global village that we are to make it a more healing place to be for their children and their grandchildren.
I believe that at the end, iEARN is going to make the world a much tinier place where you can live in and you can trust others. You can know that you have someone to depend on when you need it.
iEARN not only can bridge the gaps for communities around the world, but as the kids get older and make their moves into the political arena and to life's arena, those gaps, those bridges that are built now at youth will highly affect the livelihood of us as adults.
The world of tomorrow, or I would say today, it's no more just geographical boundaries. We are coming very close, and to come very close and to communicate effectively, we really need to know each other. We really need to be tolerant of each other. We really need to be understanding each other's practices, respecting the differences. So I see that iEARN is really going to play a pivotal role in making all this happen.
I see a vision of education through telecommunication, education that brings peace, love, harmony, education that enriches young people to have value out of their lives.
Gràcies a iEARN perquè estem fent una diferència en el món.
Благодаря на iEARN за промяната, която прави в нас.
Thank you, iEARN. We're making a difference.
In iEARN, it is a very collaborative effort worldwide. And in order to make the network work, it relies on the contributions of many, many people and organizations. For example, without the role of the teachers to bring their students to the process, it wouldn't work. Without the role of governments to facilitate teachers to use the technology as part of the classes, it wouldn't work. Without the role of the private sector to facilitate less expensive connect time, for example, it wouldn't work. There is a major role that each of the various sectors of our societies can play to impact and exponentially expand, without which it won't happen.
My place is in a developing country and very far away, and the school is really privileged in this sense. At this moment we only have one computer and we can do it, but if we had 10 computers and unlimited access, we could do so much more and get so many more students involved in iEARN.
Thank you, iEARN. We're making a difference.
感谢iEARN 创造一个不同的世界。
Studi iEARN, abbiamo dato una sacca di carno mai.
Children. I've always loved people and loved children, and that's the thing that gives me the greatest joy. Where that comes from, I don't know. I think it's in all of our hearts and souls as human beings.